I am hoping that everybody is having a good afternoon, and it feels like I'm starting a little bit earlier than normal just because I started late for like the past week, so if this feels a little bit early to you, it does to me too. Hey there, Racy, ATM Marillion. It is so good to have you back again, as usual. And I hope anybody else who gets to watch this later on feels welcome as well. We're going to begin with part 2 of the Final Fantasy 16 demo. And I am using this playtime to decide whether or not I'm going to add this to my ongoing streaming schedule at a later point. In case anybody's wondering, those of us who might play Final Fantasy 14, if you get the reference in the front picture for this video, then you get it. I figured I was going to play around with that concept a little bit. If you don't get it, don't necessarily worry. And if you do, there you go. So are we all ready to get started? I'm going to have my usual warning about controllers, and what was it I was going to add? Oh, Racy/Ramus gave me a few pointers to keep in mind for when I am playing, and so far I've only ever had like one chance to try out combat, so I'm going to try to look in my stuff before we start running around again, because where we left off last time was right before what looked like going to be more talking. So here. Hold on 1 minute here. Hey, the Todd. It's good to see you again. How are you? There we go. That's actual game audio now. Now, do I do continue or load game? I guess I just... Yeah, I gotta say, I absolutely adore these little sprites. I love them to death, and I find it absolutely quirky and great that they added them into an otherwise high-def HD game. It's just charming as all hell. Oh! Yeah, there you go. I just said oop because the loading screen. I wonder, have they been doing that with all the Final Fantasies since then? I have Final Fantasy 15. I tried it on stream. Yeah, they did it with 15 as well. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm still not used to... Well, mouse, please hold still. Don't do that. You're going to make me dizzy. Get this... Put this somewhere where it can't do that. Okay. So, let me look. Okay, so, Ramus, Racy, I have the Ring of Timely Strikes and the Ring of Timely Focus. I believe those were 2 rings that you told me about. Let's see, Ring of Timely Focus. Clearly the darkest of arts were employed in this ring's forging, yet no matter its infernal providence, it does effectively slow time, and that can prove very handy in staying alive. When equipped, time slows before an evadable... Oh, that's perfect. Okay. No effect when equipped with the Ring of Timely Evasion. And the Ring of Timely Strikes. if there was a ring that transformed a novice swordsman's awkward jerks and jabs into a veritable dance of precisely executed flourishes, one might wonder why every knight in the realm didn't have one of their own, and when equipped, complex ability combinations can be executed by simply pressing square. So I think I'm equipped. I think I'm well equipped already. Those descriptions make me believe so. Alright, Joshua. What do you got?
I'm alright. I promise. I'm alright. I promise.
Oh, wait, one more. I didn't mean to do that twice. But, hold on, there's something I forgot to do. I did the sound's gonna pause while I do this. Just a moment. Oh no, I did something ridiculous. Hold on. That was not what I meant to do. I'm gonna pull up this window. I have a couple of tools that I use for myself that help me keep track of windows in the background that might be helpful. One of those windows that I'm setting up that I can make sure I can see is a window that shows me my camera, which I otherwise cannot see. And then, because I have a third-party controller, I'm gonna pull up an image of a PS5 controller to remind me which buttons are which. I should have done this, and I never do everything that I'm supposed to do before it's time. I just found a store's image of a PS5 controller, and I'm just zooming in on the four buttons here: triangle, square, circle, and X. And I'm just gonna put that as a little bitty reference in the top corner of my screen, because I could never remember. Oops. There we go. Yep, I do not have anything to automatically do a potion. Why is this blinking at me?
I'm alright. I promise.
Alright, so since you promise you're alright, is my mouse about to do anything crazy? Sort of. Don't do that. In case you're wondering why I'm yelling at my mouse, it's rolling. I'm not sitting at a desk. This is a spoon day, so every surface I can put it on is slightly slanted.
You will put Joshua's comfort and safety before your own. Do you understand? Yes, Your Grace.
Well, crap, you're up here scaring everybody. Some large gates and stiff levers require extra effort to operate. Use X to access them, then hold R2 to push or pull with all your might. That's cool. That is a cool little bit of stuff there. Okay, R2. It really makes you feel immersed in stuff.
Good luck.
You commanded my presence, Your Grace. How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
By the flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south, to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men.
Not a
While we
fool.
ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it, and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
It is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
Will it work, though? I did not hear that.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
If this goes well, he won't have to call his dad Your Grace anymore. Alright. Hold whatever button this is. I do not know what button that's supposed to be. To access the Active Time Lore feature, a compilation of important information relevant to Clive's current storyline progression. ATL can be viewed during most cutscenes. All ATL entries can be accessed later in the game. Why not now? Okay. So I have a complaint about a game system I don't own. Because the button scheme is still present here. And perhaps all controllers are now set up this way. Maybe it's just the way that they make the newest models of controllers across the board, you know, because everybody's trying to keep up with each other for the third-party versions. But whatever these little shapes and blips and thingies are that... whatever the little buttons are that just look like oblongs, and there's no letter number combination, there's nothing, just an oblong bleh. That's supposed to represent a button. I don't know what that is, and I can't tell what it's supposed to be, and whenever you put that on a screen with a bunch of pixels, it looks even worse. Please label these buttons. On other things, you have L3, which took me a little bit of time to find out that that was where you press down a stick. As you can see on the right hand part of the screen, it's underneath the chat box, but it has a little legend that shows me, just to remind me what the main menu button is. I figured out which button on the controller that's supposed to be. These oblong little shapes that don't have symbols or anything on them, they need designators. Please, PlayStation. Please and thank you, because I don't know what that is. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure that out, Racy. Okay, so Racy says the touchpad in the center of the controller is the newest oblong that they threw at me. And I don't... Yeah, there's not a button on this third-party controller that goes along with that. Fantastic. Okay. And then, let's see, the vertical and oblong buttons are... The vertical oblong buttons, minus the word and, are start and share on a PlayStation controller. And yes, those have equivalent buttons. But my third-party controller, while it does have a center button I can press, it does not behave as an equivalent to the action pad, which I know can be pressed because of the PS4. So, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do that. Or I know what it is now, but I cannot access ATL using the controller. I wonder... See, L2 and R2 have L2 and R2 written on the buttons. Is that still hard? Alright, so this shows a schematic of essentially my third-party controller. What does this version have an equivalent to whatever the oblong was? No, there is not an equivalent mapped. So I can forget using taunt because that requires the oblong I don't have. And there is no remapped version on this button layout that I can tell. Huh. Doo-doo-doo. Yep. Boo. I'm not buying a $100 controller. So I guess I simply will not have access to whatever needs that. Unless there is a workaround, and I'm not going to find that out right now.
This war we mean to wage, it isn't only for control of the Mother Crystal. Above all else, we cannot allow those Ironblood savages to gain a foothold on Storm.
I know. I would sooner die than see them darken our shores again. I wish you a safe journey tomorrow.
And I you, Clive. May your blade strike true.
Thank you for offering me a few good men. Or rather, 2. Can I get out of here? You're not going to give me the option unless I am missing something. This is the way I came in.
Get a good night's sleep, Clive. The morrow may ask much of you.
Oh, I'm going this way. I always forget about this, how many castles were set up in this way. I guess that's kind of the point, to always keep all of the living quarters out of the way.
No messages, my lord.
I really love the detail on everything. Bravo to all the people who made all these frickin' textures, damn.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him.
I don't like Clive.
He is a youth of but 15 years. He's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless. A man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this
You like
again.
power.
You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
A piece of work you are, lady.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter.
Tell her.
We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
So, who arranged your marriage? Damn. That's a gorgeous image.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that. I should get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you. There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No.
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
But you'll be alright, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
getting cold. We should go in. My lady.
Good night, Clive.
Last peaceful night for a while, maybe?
Sorry, Ambrosia. I won't be hunting today.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
Good luck!
Gracie says, no, it's fine. We're just two teenagers seeing the moon together, which is near to shorthand for romance, but go get sleep.
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us and shield the Firebird's flame forevermore!
As grace departs, open the gates! Lord Rossfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Sir Wade, Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
As you command.
To the marshes, then.
I like the fact that
May
our...
the blessing of the crystals go with us.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. I like the fact that our character gets along, and his father get along very well with their armies. Alright, the world map displays all the locations indicated by glowing pins, currently available to Clive via fast travel. Okay. This is... I mean, granted, it's not like we have a whole lot of map area to look at, right? But this is so intricate. It almost reminds me of the opening to Game of Thrones, to be honest. And they did something strangely similar, but more mappy, less topographic, in the opening to Endwalker. I love mappy stuff. I used to collect maps when I was a child. Gracie says, click the pin to fast travel 3 feet from your door. I'll be honest, I really was expecting to move the cursor further.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports place them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. Watch your step, my lord.
And everything else.
And I'll be right at home myself. Seeing as how I'm surrounded by them in real life. Lost to the fog. Support accessories such as the Ring of Timely Strikes or the Ring of Timely Focus can be changed or unequipped. Oh, that's not happening. On the Gear tab in the main menu. Find a combination that best suits your playstyle. Alright, I'm gonna check something before I get lost and possibly die multiple times. Okay. Let me see.
Not exactly the most well-maintained path.
Oh,
But who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
I love this.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
Ah, what's this? Ah! So the money is brightly lit for my use, not Clive's. Uh-oh. I need a map. Damn it. Alright. Time to realize I forgot how to fight anything.
With me.
Wager fired! Let's see. Use triangle after striking an opponent with square to conjure a magic explosion that deals significant will damage.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
Oh no, strength tonic. Okay. I'm in the strength tonic. The music's
Welcome to
gorgeous.
Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
I might have to find a copy of this for the loading screen. This is nice.
There's more.
I didn't mean to do that, but it works. Some enemies will drop gil or items upon their defeat. Loot is gathered automatically by approaching the glittering icons. Got it. Let's see. Use a square just as an opponent attacks to parry the strike, temporarily slowing time and leaving the opponent open to a counter, if I remember how to do a counter. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Executing an iconic ability while time is slowed in this manner will slightly lower the ability's cooldown time.
Fine display, my lord!
Okay, I'm realizing I have a slight issue. Nothing with the game itself. This is now all me. Because, and this is interesting, right? This is part of the reason why I was never really in a big rush to take on 3D, even when it was new. Because I had the same problem. But now it's slightly worse because it has to do with the quality of the graphics and how big my screen is. My screen is not big for people who buy systems these days. Like, if I can hold my hands apart, see, this is, you can't tell how far apart this is because the way my camera is set up, but an equivalent distance between my hands right now is about 3 inches. That's about 3 inches. My screen is maybe 17 inches. It's not the biggest screen, but for a monitor that's near to me, it's plenty big. These graphics are some of the highest definition game graphics I have ever played. And when I am moving around, I am experiencing a bit of motion sickness. I can see, you know, the field of vision for the screen is not everywhere. It doesn't take up all of my peripherals. The whole rest of the room is here, right? Technically, for a lot of people, that would solve the issue. And normally, for me, it would. You know, like, if I'm focusing on the game, there's my lamp, there's my wall, there's the ceiling, there's the floor. My body should be able to say, you're not actually moving this fast. And yet my brain is not picking it up. So so this is terrible. For anybody who deals with motion sickness without ever having to put on a 3D visor or sit in a car, we're in this together. And for any of you that don't experience this phenomenon, be glad you don't. The term is a little bit innocent sounding, but it feels like somebody is pressing your sinuses together, like all of them, all through your nose, all through here. It feels like somebody is pressing down, and then my equilibrium goes wonky, so I feel nauseous, and my head feels dizzy. And it will just continue to build and build and build and build until you stop doing whatever it's doing that's causing it. Yeah. It's like it has a slow build, like eating spicy food. Only it's not delicious in the least. Am I going the right way, or did I just turn myself around? This is another issue. I turned myself around. Okay. Let's go back. Racy continues from earlier. He only dry stick for 20 feet in any direction, and he just steps on it like a douchebag. Ugh.
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number of spells.
Oh,
And what a number. We'll all have our hands full here.
Oh, crap. Should go at you.
Sure to pay them back.
No match for you. She's but a graze, my lord.
I forgot about how to dodge things. Come on. should have got you the minute I knew you were here. Game, you were helpful. You told me there was a new enemy, and I did not listen. I've learned that lesson. I don't play D&D campaigns, but if I did, this would go on my playlist.
We should be nearing the old village square.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
It might, though.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord. I'm working on it.
Ah, we fight, that's all. Same thing we've been doing.
He's the leader. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd? As if you have to ask.
Ah, come on.
And there was one.
Shit! He's invited a friend! On your feet, Sir Wade.
Here it comes!
Let's see. Larger enemies must be faced with caution. They have far more HP than their smaller counterparts, and will often use devastating abilities to overwhelm opponents. Use the Blessing of the Phoenix to not only deal considerable damage to these enemies, but also break their wills. Breaking an enemy's will could stagger it, leaving it unable to act and vulnerable to attacks. Let's see if I can remember how to die.
Founder,
I do not remember.
Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Enemies will become partially staggered when their will gauge is reduced to 50%, creating a short opening in which combination attacks are easily landed. Will that help me?
Not quite.
Okay, I remember something about this now. I remember something about this now, the longer I'm doing this. They introduced some of this system in Final Fantasy 15, and I sucked at it. It feels a lot better in 16. If it hasn't changed. I don't know. I have to go back and... I have to go back and feel it again. Let's see, completely reducing an enemy's will gauge will stagger it. Extra damage is dealt when an enemy is fully staggered, increasing with each strike landed, up to a maximum of 150%. I can talk. The total amount of damage dealt during this time is displayed upon the enemy regaining its senses.
Come on! Let's try! And another one! Come on!
that out earlier. I waited too long. Alright. I have increased the level. That's good. Racy says, gasp, gremlins! Don't get them wet. Well, it's a little bit too late. And yes, those look like our 1-inch dodge. Battle rewards. Following important battles, a separate results screen will appear displaying battle performance rewards. Rewards are based on performance and may include items, gear, ability points, and experience points. I wonder. Looks so fishy.
Come back and fight, you coward! After him, before he summons the rest.
Gear. Equipped gear. Right about, make sure you have the right gear, essentially, is what I'm reading here. Equip right gear and learn your stuff. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't what I wanted to do. There. Well, I've definitely been picking up enough potions. That one picked up me. Where am I heading?
There he is. Damn it! This ends now.
This might not be as easy as it seems. This is a long setup.
What's in there?
Oh. It's a marble! Unless they renamed it. No, it's still a marble. Okay.
Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite.
Oh, yeah. I'm very familiar. And this sucks just as much to fight here as in 14. Difference is, here, I'm melee and not distance.
That reeks! I said, stay away from its mouth!
Not quite.
And you missed me. You missed when they were called Marvelous. I have a fanfiction I wrote last year for FF14, right? And this featured in one of them. And I'm a pants writer,
Where's it going?
So
your guess is as good as mine.
So I write like whatever occurs to me. And yeah.
Don't!
Okay, so I write whatever occurs to me when I write. Last year in FFX I rewrite my warrior of light found himself suddenly fighting a Marlboro, and I was trying to remember the name of it without having to look it back up, and I sure did type out Marlboro. I sure did. I was like, why am I typing cigarettes? I have to actually find the thing. Yeah. I'll shut up now. Back to the game. Alright. Cinematic strike. When the screen flashes blue like this during a pivotal moment in battle, press square before time runs out to deliver a devastating blow.
Now! Before it recovers! Come on!
You won't be gone for long. I cannot fall here.
R1. So there's more than one button I can press? Okay.
Now for the final push, my lord!
Let me move out of the front. Oh well.
Let's try. Come on. Not quite.
I think we made it angry. I'd rather we made it die.
That's exactly what I was thinking. We're almost done with it. Oh, got a little. Okay, so Racy says, that's what their original name was. It was a comment on their bad breath attack. When Final Fantasy came to the States, Marlboro got all litigious. I imagine they did. Man, these cigarette companies, they're always getting up somebody's butt for trying to stomp all over the fact of what they definitely do. I'm drinking a lot of water today. That's good. All right.
My lord.
Thanks.
Never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but Morbles too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
Damned blight.
What is it with the blight? I hope they tell us about that. Hurry up, game. Give me a lore dump. Alright, Phoenix Gate. This aging seaboard citadel not only defends Rosaria from northern raiding parties, but also serves as sacred ground whereupon the duchy's dominant might commune with his or her ancestors and entreat their guidance on the eve of important battles. You know, I don't know. That sounds like a bad place to have both of those things at the same time. You might want to see if it's possible to, like, move that. I don't know. But I guess if there's no choice, it might be okay to at least hide wherever the communing area is. So, yeah, that's just bad luck, man. Let's see if you can push that border farther away. Sometime later. Phoenix Gate.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword. The goblin chief runs off screaming, straight down a Mormor's gullet.
Well, that's not quite how it went. More ale, more.
Be merry, boys.
More ales and more tales, yeah!
Fine to see your student making such a name for himself.
The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
He might not if he's anything like what we are at 14. Playing with your food. They're psyched.
Are you unwell?
No, Father. Just a little tired.
Well, it has been a long day.
They all like Clive, don't they?
Aye. Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Father? Why is it that the dominance is always born into our family? It doesn't seem fair.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. And the crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of an icon. Our family has been chosen to share that power with the people. So that is what we must do.
Can y'all get any more drunk?
Louder, my friends! Louder!
I don't suppose I've been missed.
No, baby. No. Oh. he really must be put in a bad position mentally between his mom and how he looks up to his brother, and then knowing that, you know, I guess he seems to hang around all the soldiers.
Should be wondering where you've got to. So much for you being a fine hound.
So this is where you've been hiding.
What are you doing out here?
I didn't see you at the feast.
Feasts are the only time shields are allowed to take their ease, and I've never really been one for cakes and ale.
It's the vegetables I don't like. I hear you slew a Morble. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to. When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoiled little lordling. If I didn't know how to handle a sword, I'd be a laughingstock. The Archduke's firstborn failure. You're the one they really believe in. I'm jealous.
That's not true. They don't believe in me. They believe in the power of the dominant.
My brother the Phoenix, ruler over life and death.
It isn't fair. It should have been you. I don't have what it takes to lead our people. I don't have the strength. But you do.
Then you just stick together.
Every man has his duty. Ours was decided long ago, when our ancestors chose to instate the dominant as the Archduke of Rosaria. All to ensure that whenever our nation stood on a precipice, the Phoenix would rise from the flames to drag us back from the brink. The fate of Rosaria sits on the dominant's shoulders. It is your duty to bear that burden.
What about you?
I was born to be your shield. That is why I was given the Phoenix's blessing. To keep our future rulers safe. No matter what. However hard it gets. I'll never let you down.
Thank you, Clive. I know you'll always take care of me.
Before I can do that, you need to take care of yourself. Right?
I should go inside. It's past my bedtime. Good night, Torgal.
Minus the mom, that would be a rather principled family. Where the hell was she anyway?
Supplies from the capital.
Oh, I'm still seeing
You took your
stuff
time
from
sampling the
14.
wares, were you?
I hate those laughs.
It's a good job the North is full of enterprising traders keen to keep us in line.
Spare a barrel for the boys on short line.
What in the...
people in hoods in the last few games just don't... They're not good. Oh, gosh. I don't know why I keep thinking about wearing a hood. Maybe I shouldn't.
Gateway secured, Captain.
We proceed as planned.
Surely one of the maids should be there with him. But that's just me.
Is that...
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've set light to half the castle. I must get you to safety, Your Highness.
Very well. I'm ready.
Follow me, Your Highness.
You see, he says that he doesn't have the strength, but he certainly has picked up some resourcefulness. He undersells himself, but it is true, his mom is always like, he has to be kept out of everything, and he'll never gain any...
Are the enemy already inside the castle?
I'm afraid so, Your Highness. We must hurry.
He won't gain any, self-confidence with her doing that, unfortunately. But he is on a good track.
What was that?
We have to help them. Everything's on fire.
Fall back, Your Highness! He's not one of us!
No, I must do my duty.
Nice! Oh, crap.
I saw them at the feast. They were laughing.
This is Sabra-Quargab. But why would the Empire...
We must find my father.
Damn it! The bastards are everywhere.
Why would the Empire do this? They're our allies.
Not anymore. Hold on a minute before this. Ah! Lip balm to the rescue, as is bottle of water in a repurposed bottle. Reduce, reuse, recycle, folks. Alright. Let's see, Racing says, fun fact, one of the upcoming enemies was voiced by Estinian, Robert Vernon. Oh no, it's good. Some people I don't recognize their voices when they do different characters, so I wonder if I'm going to recognize him. Alligator armor. Damn alligans. I know they're not alligans, but... Yeah, nice job, Wade, said the crippled asthmatic.
Tyler!
Heart in the way ahead while you bring up the rear.
Damn it! His wounds are deep.
Oh no.
I can save him.
Your Highness,
Yes, built-in Phoenix down. Let him do it.
Don't worry. You're going to be alright.
I'll hold them off.
No.
Clive!
Joshua! Come here. Tyler, you're hurt.
I'll survive. Thanks to His Highness.
Your Grace! Lord Murdoch!
You rescued the young prince. Well done, Sir Wade.
I'm in your debt, soldier.
Thank you, Your Grace.
No time for that. Let's go.
We cannot stay here. We should make straight for the rear gate.
Omnia lost Alan, Tuisa Gelith. May the winds speed you to Rosalith.
Messenger Owl? I do not know. That's my guess.
The north gate's up ahead. There are chocobos in the stables. Father, take Joshua and get to safety.
No! I'm not going without you! You're supposed to be my shield, remember?
I remember, which is why I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
I will order our remaining forces to rally at the gate. Now go.
I will do my duty. You must do your duty too.
I know.
You have to keep Father safe. I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Soaking, you're cheating. Quit. Is that gonna be the last time you see him? That was a very visually significant door close. I'm scared.
Everyone's dead.
Give me a second. And to visually get my bearings back before I get too dizzy. Ow. That pop was loud. I don't know if y'all heard that. Alright. Yep. Where am I heading?
Damn it all.
Captain!
Take them.
Let none escape.
As you command. You take care of that spellcaster.
I always
I'll
did
keep the
have a
others
really
occupied.
difficult time watching just gratuitous violence. And although this is not a horrifying horror level movie, wow, that was short.
That's them done. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's my father and Joshua I'm worried about. We should head back.
The camera says otherwise. You're doing already? Is this a
Hey, look out!
May I have this dance?
Holy shit! Estinian's playing himself! Not really
you are the
himself,
shield who was blessed by the
he's
Phoenix.
still being a dragoon!
It will save you!
Let's try. Stay still, damn you!
So what did he say when somebody said, oh, by the way, you'll be playing the dragoon in this game too? This is wild. I don't know, there's just something about his voice that does well for the body build. I don't understand, but I find it good.
He's open!
Oh, I messed up. My button mashing did me in for a second there.
and brag.
Alright, Estinian, I'm sorry I had to do that to you. Racing says, my headcanon is that he specifically asked for it. And yeah, I hear him. If anything, the microphone might be tuned a little bit differently, but it's definitely him doing the same damn voice. And once again, the Final Fantasy game universes bleed the frick over. And we have Estinian working for the frickin' Alligans. Racing says, bye, Estinian, thanks for coming.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
So, they sent in the Dragoons.
Yeah.
Imperial Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
Not yet. Their numbers were too few. They were not here to take the castle. They were here to take heads. Our work is done. We should return to my father.
My lord, look. We issued these sashes but yesterday. In Rosalith. If they were already among us, what if there were others?
Father and Joshua are in danger.
We must hurry. Take your steed.
What is that?
Another hooded asshole.
Uncle, you're all right. Thank goodness.
Your Grace, is everyone safe?
For the moment. We ride for Rosalith to rally our forces. I will need your help to see Joshua safely back to the capital. On you get, Joshua.
Father?
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that won't be possible.
Shit.
You honorless snakes!
Stay back! I'm warning you!
Run, Joshua, run! No! Hey.
Traitors! Your Highness!
You must do your duty too.
Phoenix!
Joshua! Lord Murdoch! His Highness! Joshua! Stop this! He's lost control. I have to do something. I have to save him.
No, my lord. Fall back. Climb!
Thank you, girl. You saved my life. Get her on her feet and run. Please.
Oh, this is terrible.
Joshua, are you in pain? Ah! Not now. Come on! You're his shield. Do your duty. Ah! Save him.
My lord?
Come on, we're not having an echo. What's going on?
What in the name of...
What the heck is going on here?
Second icon of fire. But that's impossible.
Who are you? It's me! Alone! Leave me alone!
Anybody left is dead.
Stay away from me! Stay away! I'll kill you!
Give me a minute. I'm catching up with all the stuff I just saw. Give me a minute. So, Ken, you're not helping. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn down the volume on my headset real fast because I can't. All the oh gosh, all right. Okay. So, oh gosh. Racing says, well, 98% of the cool people just got axed in the plot. Take your time. And not only did they get axed in the plot, they got axed in the plot in horrific ways. Like, highly traumatic ways. And a lot of them feeding off each other. Like, Trauma 1 feeds on the Trauma 2. Like, there's just a whole deck of cards of trauma and death. And I feel like I'm part of this count. Side note, to anybody who enjoys this kind of stuff. If you like the stream, please like it. And if you so please, you know, I encourage you to follow. Check out the rest of the channel if there's anything else that you might find enjoyable, because right now I'm having a moment, and I figured I would say that really quick while trying to get my bearings. Okay, hold on. Ahsoka's having a grand old time. Alright. The following commands are available when playing as the Phoenix. Triangle is fire, L is aim, R1 is evade. When your opponent is directly within your sights, the targeting circle will expand. That is the time to fire. So everybody's kind of losing their shit, and nobody knows what's happening about anything. No, it's all chaos. And I have a thought. Oh yeah, the Queen's at home. What the hell was I saying earlier? My guess is the Queen has something to do with this. But that's me. That's me. I don't know. This is where we began. To get the blessings and all this stuff. So it is kind of hidden. Well, that's good. That was my question.
Bring the castle down, and then we'll with it! I have to stop him!
Where is it? Where is it?
I have to save them!
It's probably the first decent thing that's happened tonight. Racing says, I guess you could say that things are really heating up. Ah, shit. Let's keep killing our own folks today. Gosh, he's turning out to be a real hothead, Racing says.
No! Stop it! Take your hands off my brother!
Help me! Help me, Clive!
Joshua! Stop it! Stop it! I swore I would protect him! Please! Please! Stop it! I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you! Please.
Quite a mess that monster made. Damn shame about the Phoenix, but can't be helped. Oh, my condolences, Your Grace. Is there aught we can do?
Haven't you done enough, Captain? Joshua was my world, and now he is gone. I can only pray there will be a place for me in the world his radiance seeks to create.
I see. Your Grace, over here. The rubble must have protected him from the worst of the flames. Shall we take him prisoner?
No need for that. Kill him. Wait. As my husband never tired of telling me, he is a fine soldier. I'm sure he would make an excellent addition to the Imperial front line. All in its right place.
this one. Chin up, lad. You're going to be a soldier.
Joshua.
Thank you for playing. You have completed the Final Fantasy 16 demo. And there is still much more story to tell. If you would like to learn more of Clive and the Dominants, please consider purchasing the main game. Let's go back. Playthrough data saved. Playthrough data can be carried over to the main game, allowing you to continue from where you left off in the demo. Okay, to play it again, I'd have to start a new demo. Okay. And I've made my demo complete file. On the off chance that if I purchase the game, then I can start from right there, because I don't think I could relive that. Oh, that's a smart move, Square. Just put the purchase right there in the front. I can't do it right now. Let's return. Iconic Challenge. The Iconic Challenge has been unlocked and is now available from the title screen. In this special mode, set later in the game, Clive has been equipped with the feats and abilities of 3 unique icons: the Phoenix, Garuda, and Titan, to allow you to get a better feel of Final Fantasy XVI's exciting battle system. I was wondering what that was. Gamerillion says, yeah, Mom is a beep. I was going to say, well, B, but that's insulting to dogs. Raceseed says, there is a very fine line between video game violence as catharsis and violence as a realistic depiction of absolute trauma. And I don't actually jive well with video game violence as catharsis. It's not something that translates well in my mind, so it's never actually been catharsis for me. That's why I have so many alts on Final Fantasy 14, but none of them have ever gotten past like level 40. and the vacation character is the one character who's played the whole game, you know. And why it's so difficult for me to level my warrior classes, because fighting is not catharsis for me at all. Like, it's all very stressful. And the thing that keeps me playing is the story. And the story is what brought me here, knowing that, well, anywhere to most video games are violence. And I've tried to play outright horror games, right? Things that are marketed as horror, They are meant to scare you. They are meant to be graphic. They are meant to disgust you. They are meant to not only press every single one of those things intentionally, but to press them hard and constantly, right? This is worse because that's not the point of this game. The point of this game is not to horrify you every single moment it can. It's not trying to jump scare you. It's not trying to show somebody, it's not trying to, like, I don't know, force you to do eye surgery on your own eye as they did in that one game. It's not here to necessarily intentionally squick you out every single chance it gets. However, because of the nature of the story and the storytelling cinematics and the angle they chose to tell the story and how detailed they choose to put you in this world, including how ruthless people are to people. When it happens gratuitously, as it has in these cutscenes and fights that have happened, and when it does so without any apology, compromise, or even moving of the camera half the time. And some of the things, like when they did actually pull back, like during the death of Joshua, all of those crunching sounds, all of the screams of the Phoenix, they didn't have to show a damn thing. The screen was black. And those Foley artists went to town. And by the time the camera came back, I was hoping in the back of my mind, you know, because as high definition as the graphics are, I can very much tell this is a game. I can see the pixelation on everything. I can tell what is an object that has been rendered with a texture on it, and I had to keep reminding myself, you know, this is a game engine. This is a game engine. You can see it. It's right there. You know, it might look a lot smoother on YouTube, but for me, because it's right here, there are the jagged edges, and they're not intentionally jagged. It's just a result of having a whole lot of fine little wisps, you know, of hair and such. So, and the fact that you can't recreate everything perfectly, no matter how great of a game engine you have. So anyway, I'm intentionally in my mind trying to draw attention to the flaws that make it clear it's a game engine. This is rendered. This is not real. This is not happening. This is a representation. And always, this is a representation. There are a bunch of people in a studio. There's a bunch of people at a rendering engine. This is all 100% representation. You're an artist. But no. It did not want to hit that way. And all I can say to that is bra fucking vo. Excuse my language. Holy crap, it was terrible. Receipt says, 16 has a fantastic story, but it does not shy away from the toll of war. There were awful moments like that in the story. Oh yeah, I no doubt. If they let you go ahead and see this now in the demo, you know, it's gonna be like freaking Game of Thrones. Okay, I have no misconceptions about that. If this is the beginning of the story and that's what they pulled out to get you hooked, then this is a walk in the park. I know storytelling. Normally in my life, I can't do sad stories. Because in my developmental years, you know, You're K through 12 and then a little bit beyond before you reach official 25 adult brain. Mentally, I was experiencing a lot of stuff. And so all I really wanted to do was experience something that would give me some semblance of hope, or at least catharsis or escape. You know, something that would either give me some silliness or give me something to wonder at, give me something to hope for, give me something else besides despair. And having had gone through the demo and playing other Final Fantasy games, right? And I know I haven't said this before now, but all the Final Fantasy games, when they have the start screens, and here's the motif, you're hearing it right now in a minor key. That motif is on the front of all of these games since game 1. And whatever that they show on that front screen, whatever the mood is, generally captures the mood of whatever story it is they're going to tell. The design of the characters is the same. Pretty much everything kind of centers in around, we have a mood and we're going to present it, you know? So, between the little teeny tiny not really sneak peek that they gave us in 14, kind of the seriousness of Clive, they didn't really give Clive much of a personality in there. But now that I've seen this, it makes sense, right? If you were to take Clive and put him in 14, put him in that world where, yeah, all the same ideas are there, but it's much more peaceful. People are talking to him in this very polite, casual way. People are generally happy. Where would your mind be for that, you know? If your existence is full of despair, and you're just kind of pumped out into what must feel like a fever dream, and everybody's trying to ask you if they can help you, like, how would you take that? I guess I would keep my mouth kind of shut too, you know? Oh yeah. I'm responding to Rayseed, I'm sorry. Rayseed says, despair is endemic in our generation. But in regards specifically to 16's story, the old adage holds true. It's always darkest before the dawn. Yes. And so my question for this game and for the writers, because they're the ones coming up with the story arc, right? Is given this title screen, given what I now understand about the pieces of this title screen, the embers going across, the minor key, the slow, almost funeral dirge of the musical motif, just how very somber and dark it is. My question is, are you going to leave it where you began? Are you going to give me a story that needs a hanky in the worst way? Or are you going to give me a story that needs a hanky for something slightly better or much better? I don't know. I emotionally, for my psychological sake, I don't think I could handle it if this was the type of game to need me to have a hanky for all the worst reasons at the end. I cannot take tragedies very well. And so what I mean for tragedies, more in the sense of a play, right? A comedy and a tragedy are not in play terms, what you would see, say, in the movie genre listing, okay? A comedy for a play is a play in which the hero lives. It's not one that's making you laugh the whole time, okay? It's not how we think of the term comedy in the modern era. A tragedy is a play in the oldest play sense where the hero dies. Comedy and tragedy are basically, is this the hero live or die? Is what's happening at the end? We have watched so many people die. People who I would have been happy to see all the way through the story as heroes that I could continue to kind of bounce off of the whole time. We just killed them all, and all that's left is Clive. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere, but this is storytelling. That whatever's happening at the end is over at the end. I can't say anything about the end from here. I guess in my yammering, what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is I'm apprehensive because of my general psychological state about life, the universe, and everything. But I am willing to give it a chance. That's where I'm at. I'm willing to give it a chance. In fact, if I had the extra money, I'd go ahead and buy it. I would just have to probably wait until later in the year to buy it because it's hot outside. And I need this place to be a little bit cooler. It's gonna come down to weather. No, I don't want to know. Don't tell me anything, Tim Marillion. I'm dead. Let me look at the chat. Tim Marillion adds, especially since he was essentially enslaved simply for having magic, and using magic eventually kills the one using it in his world. If I were him, I'd be very weirded out if I ended up in Eorzea. And Tim Marillion adds, all the reasons to keep his mouth shut, probably. Yeah. I would think the same thing. I would think I was going crazy and having the weirdest dream ever. Like I was having a nervous frickin' breakdown. But that's probably what I would think. It's like, when am I gonna wake up? What am I doing here? I don't know what to make of this. Oh, who are you in the goggles? Wow. You're gonna recreate Ifrit. Okay. You know, I could just see Clive thinking in the back of his head, constant lines. Just a constant stream of, okay. Just that, constantly in the back of his head. I get it now. It wasn't a lack of characterization that happened. It was, if you know, you know kind of situation. But people are like that in real life, you know? They don't gotta know. Sometimes all we gotta do is just accept the person in front of us. And that's what we did for Clive. So my rating on this game, this demo, is I'm willing to play it. I will put it on my Steam wish list. I don't know if I'll be able to purchase it because I've had to make so many emergency purchases in the last 6 months. I would be grateful if somebody could help me get it. But that's not me begging, that's just me honestly, just being honest with you, you know? Would I be afraid to play it? Hell yes. I'd be very afraid to play it. I don't think I'd experience like any kind of long-term negative effects from it. No. But I've noticed that between 14 and the stuff I've gotten out of that and the things that this game just outright throws in your face, you know, it's just a question of am I ready to look at some hard questions that I try to avoid day to day. Like, not just realize I have stuff to worry about, like in 14, but am I actually willing to face them down? Look at them. See them rendered on my screen. I'm in danger, girl. I'm willing to. Will it be easy? No. Will I need a lot of breaks? Yes. Will it probably turn out worse than a lot of people's Final Fantasy XIV reactions? Yeah. Because a lot of 14 players, you know, they love big reactions from people on certain parts, and I mostly felt those in my heart and in my head. It didn't all come out on my face. You might have heard it in my voice, but again, I can't show those clips because the computer was old and nobody wants to see those. I could try doing some re-records. I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry, but I would end up giving Final Fantasy 16 the Final Fantasy 14 treatment, and that's what you're going to end up with. You're going to end up with what happened at the end of this demo. That's what you're going to end up with. So yeah, my score is A+. Fantastic work. I'm scared shitless of this thing. I couldn't watch Game of Thrones. I can't get through horror games. I don't even handle jump scares well. And gratuitous cruelty from daily people makes me sick to my stomach. I'm not even talking big stuff. I'm not talking about, like, injuring people. I mean, just intentionally making somebody's day worse, even if it's just a small thing. You know, I have a hard time stomaching that. And so, watching the way this happened, especially at the end, it just got more and more flippant about it. I'm just like, shit. And like Racy was saying, it's not unrealistic at all. It just... I need to... you all been hearing me yammer long enough. Okay, I'm so sorry. I finished this, what time is it? It's 7:16, so we've been at this for 2 hours. It's a good stream. It's a good stream length. If you enjoyed this, if this was something that you liked and you want to see me play this game, leave a comment, please. You know, let me know. Let me know what you thought of the last 2 streams with this demo. If you have any thoughts, or if you have anything you want to add that was not said, or even if you said it, you want to make sure everybody else on the internet reads it. Engagement is what keeps the channels visible, from what I understand. That's different than how it used to be on the algorithm, but that's how they set it up now. I will answer everything I get, as usual. Even if I don't agree, it doesn't matter. It's not about agreeing. It's not about being in an echo chamber. You're a person, I'm a person. Let's people. And so with that, I'm gonna people myself out of here and get myself a soda, even though that's a terrible way to regulate one's emotions. That was insane. I'm dizzy. And not just... I have a lot to process. I hope you all have a good night. Thank you so much for being willing to sit with me through these hours of this demo. Next stream will be Final Fantasy XIV. And no, actually it won't. I lied. It will not. It will be Dragon Quest. That'll be more Dragon Quest. So, I'll see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock Central. And, take care of yourselves, okay? Till soon.